Hello. It's been a little longer than I wanted, but anyway, um, I was messing with something last time, like a little earlier in the week. I just kind of got a little distracted, and I wanted to see about making at least like adding a front door object to the house, and then trying to like open it and stuff, and it didn't really quite go so smoothly. So I was like, all right, I'll just kind of put that off and get back to a little more of this stuff while my head is still sort of in it. The more weird collisions and stuff. One thing that was really bothering me was this. like, what's that about? It's not good. And see, then whenever something like that happens, now he kind of gets stuck in the ground and he falls in. He kind of sinks in a little bit. I don't know why that. Um, yeah. So, just a couple things I want to kind of clean up a little bit. But first, that. It's very easy to repro, and I just doesn't seem to make any sense considering how we check for when to grab a ledge. Because the way it works, it shoots out two raycasts forward, and um, well, yeah, let me try and think a little bit about what's going on. Okay, so if I back off of this, he should be okay, and he still falls in. I have to see why this happens too. He's just like a little bit in the ground. And when you jump, and then you're fine, but that cannot stand. Um, so like it does. All right, that I'm not as bothered by. I mean, yeah, that's a thing too, but this can't be. Okay, I think what's happening, he jumps and then the overhead raycast hits nothing, but then the below raycast hits land, and it's like, oh, you can grab this, but actually it's a hill. So I need to be a little bit more discerning about when to grab a ledge. I think in this case, we can say like you can't grab it if there's like an incline kind of going towards you, and we know that if hmm, how do we know that? Still though, like, why did he grab it here? Questions to be answered by, I guess, me. Um, yeah, like the high raycast hits nothing, the low raycast hits something. It's like, oh, okay, you can grab this, but we need to somehow say, no, this actually isn't a ledge. We know that, I mean, it's a hill, whereas before it was just like a, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess like we can see we can check the normal that comes back. And if the normal is kind of like if it's shooting out directly opposite, we know that's a ledge. If it's coming back and the normal is like pointed a little bit up, that's no. Yeah, I think that's it. We can just check for a positive y component in the normal. Then you know that there's some kind of slopey hill you can't really grab. I mean, technically, if it's a really steep hill, it's basically a wall. But let's just say for now, Yeah, if there's a positive Y component in the array cast, when it comes back, it's like, no, you cannot grab this. So I think that's reasonable. Um, where's the one code? That was happening in here. Okay. Was this happening in update? Yeah. We can add one more thing here saying like, right? Because I think this returns, the return normal goes in here. This just returns whether it hits something. So the normal is coming back as forward cast dir. Make sure to grab onto a slope. All right, that might do it, and then we'll just wrap it up for today. I'll just take the win. No, there's a lot more to do. No, so that didn't do it. But so now I'm curious what it is. Because it should be giving me back. It should shoot a ray at the hill. The ray should bounce kind of upwards, and that's what we want to. We want to check to see that it's kind of going downwards or straight back. What the? What? Enable, yeah. The debug mode is switched. Now, this must be new for the 2020 editor. I just, whatchamacallit, upgraded that. Oh. I saw that it was edited and I was like, yeah, save. Oh, but I was running. And then bad things happened. Okay. Alright, so he's grabbing a ledge here. There is no ledge to grab, and yet he grabs. What is this? Yeah. Well, yeah. So what are you telling me here? Yeah, you're saying there is a Y component. I wanted to say... Am I just being really dumb? Right, this is the overhead one. Slightly above the character's head, yeah. The second one... Why would this return true? False. Why'd you get in here? How? This is false, so why did it go in here? Should have not gotten in here. What? What am I not seeing? You did the raycast tile map. It returned 0.8, 0.6. And 0.6 is not smaller than or equal to 0. It should have not gotten in here. Yeah. What am I, what, uh, I'm confused. Why did this clearly false statement allow me into the if condition? Is it because it forwardcaster? Do I need to like I'm not happy about that. I don't like when I see things like that. Because it either means I'm really stupid or there's some kind of nuance to this. Let me just. Right, so if I separate it out a little bit. Conditional breakpoint, yes. Those are really slow, but whatever. It's like, just go, do something. Okay. You hit it. It's 0.8, it's 0.6. Just what I had last time. So this is false. It should not get into this. And indeed it will. What? How did... what's going on? This is false, but it's going in here. Oh wait, is it because it's like... I gotta like kind of wrap those in parentheses? Is that what's going on? Just this is like checking to make sure that you're grabbing in the direction that you're facing and you don't grab backwards, which we were doing. Is that really all it was? I think that's all it was. That's annoying. Okay. I'll just condense this again. I'll just kind of do this. That way it's like 3 separate things you're checking. The raycast has to hit, the raycast has to be not hitting a hill, and then the raycast has to be... You have to be grabbing a wall that you're facing, and you can't like grab behind yourself. It's kind of what that's saying. We went over that in a previous episode. Okay, alright, so he's no longer doing that dumb thing. But he can still grab regular, right? Yep. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. One crisis averted. Yeah. That still works. There was one other thing that I saw, which kind of bothered me. Now that I can erase stuff, eh, eh. Yeah, we don't care about that anymore. Okay, yeah. This is gonna really annoy me. That's not what's annoying. This is annoying. I gotta know why he just drops through that. So that's good. I gotta know why, and I think I know where. It's kind of hard to test for like a negative though. It's like I'm testing that there wasn't a collision when there's supposed to be. But I think in the log it should say he left the ground. Oh. Yeah, fell off. And then he like collided with the side of it, and then the floor, and then he fell off again, and he did that a few times, and then the collision eventually pushed him back up. I gotta find out why. Gotta find out why that's happening. If I can trace it back, we have this. This is what's getting hit, and then it gets called from rigid body 2D, but like my rigid body 2D, not Unity's. The one that actually deals with the custom collision. So I think, and ultimately it's this. He's grounded. Check the tile map. And so like this is what's returning false when it's supposed to return true. But it's not really a problem with the... Yeah. I kind of want to, like in the case that he actually lets go of the ground, I want to like recapture those inputs and then run them through again. This is just super customized. Only gonna be here for this. I don't think it's a problem to just have that in there twice right now, just for, I wanna try and catch him in the act. So we're here, okay. And then, so what's gonna happen is, he's gonna get in here, this is gonna return false. He's on the ground, and this is checking to see if he's still on the ground. It's supposed to be true as long as he's walking on the ground. It's gonna return false, and then I'm gonna wanna use the same inputs I did to find out why. So, walk a little bit. Huh? That didn't? This changes everything. But we see in the log that, yeah, he fell off. In fact, let me just go back just to... Because... Yeah. Left the ground. And that only happens when it's called from here, I thought. Are we getting called from somewhere else? No, he's not jumping. It would have to be called from here. Wow, something else is going on. There are some gremlins in this code that I don't even remember putting there. Alright, if you're not getting... If it's not from there, where is this happening from? Oh, never mind. It's not attached. Alright, never mind, never mind. I kind of know my code, I just don't know how to debug. So, I guess right now he's falling off. So, what we expect to happen... What is this? No. No, no, no. I just wanted to do this. It's probably doing the downward cast over the... He should be hitting that triangle tile. If we go in and take a look... We do have a tile. We don't? Oh, because we start above the tile. Yeah. Okay. So yes, we do have a tile there. Let's go even further in. This is just really hard to look at sometimes. I know I wrote it, but yeah. It's just been a long day. work was very much a drag. And it just sort of takes some of my stamina away on days like this. Alright, whatever. Get to the part where you're going into the tile. Yeah, okay, yeah. This is a tile. Yep. It should say linear. Yep, so we know we're in the triangle. We're standing on top of the triangle, but then we end up falling in it. So let's go in to see how it resolves. It's linear, so we're not doing that. This is all pretty standard stuff. We don't have this sort of problem with the other shapes. It's just this triangle one, so there must be something about how it got filled out. X31. Oh. I see. Yeah. Okay, I see why that is. Why the normal is -7, because the actual open space of the, like, if you're in the tile and you kind of collide with the slope of it, it's going to push you back. That's like the normal of the slope here is like negative down left. So like if you were to kind of jump into it, then the normal of the surface you would hit would be -7. But so in this case, there's like another normal, which is the 0, 1 if you're standing on top of it. So I'm gonna look past that for now. I just want to see surface y is 0. This is more of a problem to me. What is the y table? I see. There's a gap. Well, it just means that, okay, that filling in of the pixel starts at pixel 0 height. That itself is not. It's definitely an edge case, quite literally. We're at the edge of the tile. Oh, so it's going to go in here and say it's no. That's what's going to happen, huh? It's gonna say that there's no collision because of that. I think we want this to be less than 0. That would indicate that there is actually no. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how I have this. But okay, yeah, we're going in here, and it's gonna return none. So that's what's going on. Pretty sure. Yeah. So if I were to say if surface y is less than 0 instead of less than or equal, it would go into here. We're not inverted. Position y, that would not be true. And the normal would be this. Not what I would want. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, at one point in time, I was thinking you would only collide with the tiles from like one way. Like I would only collide with this from the bottom left because like that's where the yeah. So, all right, so I see why that works like that. But yeah, I kind of want to know why that's cool. Right? I mean, why is it cool with if I'm not at the edge of the tile, but if like I'm in the center of the tile, what is it doing in this case? Yep, the normal is still that. The surface y is 17, yeah. So now we're actually going to get into here. Oh, it's just going to keep pushing until he's out of the tile. All right. It's like the fact that it works for the rest of the tile it just kind of just happens to work. I don't have any particular special logic for dealing with if you're colliding with this tile from the top of it or from like the bottom left of it. Mm. Hmm. So I should I should actually see this problem then not just with the linear one, but if I was to say do that, it should also happen to him. Oh, something weird happening. That's happening. But why? Actually, I mean, I don't care that that happens right now. I mean, I do. I guess I do. But like, he's not falling through. He's not falling through this thing. Why? The triangle was having a problem where he would just fall like that. Okay, but this guy's having a different problem. And it might be related. See if I can notice a pattern. What happens if I do this? Yeah, alright, we saw it. He just kind of like, almost fell. Yeah. Yeah. Because of this, I think we would see a similar thing with something like that. But no, we don't. They're fine doing that. It's weird how like it's not a problem here. That's also weird. That's fine. That's what I'm saying. Edge cases. Pretty sure this would be a problem, but no. Look at that. I don't know why I'm surprised. I mean, that works. We just have a couple of weird... Good. But yeah, we have, why didn't you grab? Grab. Strange. Oh, maybe he was a little too far. Okay. But yeah, that. He's like... He just kind of trips a little bit in this case, but with like the triangle, yeah, he just does not. Well, I guess same thing. He just sort of. Oh yeah, okay. It's the same thing from the. So, same thing with the curve here. Nice. But that. The whole like being on the edge like that. Like, what is actually going on? So here's where he's falling off. And it might just be because, yeah, he's too... Yeah, this is rough. Yeah, you missed the first one, and then the second one. We get a, let's see, circle? Yep, circle. Check the collision. The normal is... Yeah. Like a very down and away sort of thing. Whew. I think I have to, like, I have to do a better job at supporting collisions with these tiles when you're colliding with them, like, at an edge like that, where they don't, you're not necessarily, you're not colliding with the mathematical function portion of it, the circle. It's colliding with just, like, the edge. I gotta do a bit better job at that, at the edge stuff. Oh, so it failed all these checks. Yeah, okay. We can't be comparing to surface Y. We need to be comparing to... Yeah, it does, this comparison actually does us no good. Because it's comparing if, like, it wants to check you against the curve portion of the tile. It totally isn't even aware of the fact that you're standing on top of the solid edge. Yeah. Alright, well, so that's what's going on. So a lot of these, like a lot of the variables and a lot of things it's checking are centered around, are you colliding with the actual interesting part of the tile, like the curve, like the sine wave, all those kind of things. It's not checking against, it's not even considering the fact that you are colliding with, like, the solid, the straight edge. The fact that it works is just kind of like, oh, hey, cool, it works. I don't actually do any special checks to make sure, and I should do that. Is there, like, an elegant way I can... I'm sure I can use, like, the previous position. Previous position, he's obviously, like... there's gotta be a way I can kind of just know going into this function that you are colliding with an edge. Because in this case, you can tell position is inside the tile, but previous position is above the tile, because it's at 35 when the height of a tile is 32. So you know you're above. And I'm pretty sure I can tell based on this invert flag and position surface Y. Oh man, I might have to actually just sit down and do some thinking. Because at least I know what's going on, but, like, yeah, so... Oh, I might not be able to do this very well. Never mind, I can I'll try. No, that's not. But like, let's say something like this. Um, yeah. So I can kind of rule out. I can make a couple of, I think, quick checks to see like what I really want. Like, what is a valid, obviously that is something that I can deal with. If I'm this kind of corner piece, I can deal with something like that. I can deal with something like that. I could even deal with something like that, so I can't even just tell based on the direction of the vector because he could be like falling like this to the left but still landing on. But yeah, any of these are good. It's stuff like this. I have to check for this sort of thing. And then immediately say, okay, no, you get pushed. Like your normal is. I feel like this is something that the solid tile thing does. Though I don't know if I feel that comfortable recycling this. But going back to my lovely picture, which I kind of want to do two different collision resolutions. One resolution is if you're colliding with the curvy part, then actually take into account the normal, index the y table, do all these nice little calculations. If you're coming in and hitting the side of it, it's like just meh. Um, it should just kind of like bounce you back. And the way I can tell, not the direction of the vector, because these two vectors are both going down left. It's just that this one's hitting the curve, this one's hitting the wall. You need to tell like previous position and current position. So if previous is can't just say if the previous is like to the right and then the current is inside, because it could be, you could do something like this. It's highly unlikely that that sort of time step would happen, where one frame you're like over here and the next frame you're magically all the way through the tile, but it could be. Like, I need a way to tell that the previous was sufficiently far away. Because in this scenario, yeah, he's to the right. Mm. This becomes kind of not an issue for this. Because if we're doing this, then that just annoys me. They need to be the same. Okay. Like, these are all good. But you can't have something like that. You just can't. You don't have to worry about that. You know, that's just gonna... Hmm. And then if I was to say, no. This actually does help a little bit. My actual thinking. Now, if I wanted to do... something like this, I don't know. I just ignore this piece here. That can't happen. Actually, let me just get rid of it because that's gonna kind of confuse me. There. Yep, so like these are valid. And then invalid, or like, you know. So it's stuff like this that annoys me. Because it's like this concave. It really, it messes with how I can assume things. That's fine. That's really the problem case. Like when I have to differentiate between this vector and that vector. Mm, math. Um, I should have embraced it. I should have embraced math. I shouldn't have resisted. Um, because an easy way here for this tile to tell that an incoming vector is not going to collide with its surface is I can just do like a dot product. And if the vector, yeah, I think if it's, yeah, or just get the angle between the 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 surface and the incoming vector and just compare. And like if it's a negative angle, it's like, nope, you can't. That only works with that one. With this, yeah, that's it. I have to tell if the vector crosses like the side of it. I have to tell if the vector crosses the side of it and not, yeah, it crosses through the edge and not over its function, not the curve. There's probably some slick mathy math thing I can do that I don't know it. Because, yeah, it's not enough to just say, I mean, if I was to assume in this case, your previous was to the right, and then your current is now inside the tile, and that automatically disqualifies you. You would lose this. And not only that, but it would push you this way, which when you're landing, when you jump and you land like this, you do not want to get shoved this way. You'll go through the wall and then you'll end up who knows where. So that is just not safe. For these other tiles, no, yeah, it's also not a good because you can kind of jump and land like this. Yeah. With this, it's less likely, but I don't know. Well, this is where I'm at. I might have to take a while to stop and think a bit more about it, but that's the problem. Yeah, I might have to take some time to think. I probably won't solve that right now. But alright, at least I kind of know, I know a bit more about what's going on. It is definitely not properly detecting the edge. It's, as far as the engine's concerned, like you're colliding with just the bottom portion here. See, because he will properly collide with that. Like, what is that going on now? See, it bounced him back. Doink. Because that's all it really thinks. That when I had this tile in mind, I only ever thought that you would collide with that part, and I never thought, I'm like, oh yeah, because like that works fine. It even bounces you back according to the normal. That's fine. This too. Doink. Doink. Do I even dare try to do that? Will this even work? Yeah, it does. Doink. So yeah, oh, just kinda went, yeah, doink. But then when you try to like collide with the part that it, is exposed, it doesn't. I mean, it. No, okay, that has major problems. And again, it's the same fundamental problem. It's not considering that you're colliding with it from that angle. So I got to think about that. Shouldn't be too bad, but it is tricky. All right, but I think I'll cut it here. I'm tired, man. Why? I probably, I don't know, if I don't get back on tomorrow, then probably sometime Saturday. And who knows, maybe I'll have it solved by then. It's possible. It's possible. All right, well, until then.